goes out to you, you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you and you. This goes out to you. This goes out to. Hello world. Yeah, I've been there before. On the edge of the ledge. Eyes focused on floor. Grown a lot since then. Lost love and found more. Trying to be a better me. Quit smoking Newports. Lost jobs. Had to scramble and find loot to pay rent. Chick that I fucked last week. Called and said she pregnant. I'm not ready for kids. I felt less of a man. But you died. I can't lie. I felt nothing inside. Relationships have been shit. I'm quick to cut ties. To the point that I'm numb. I don't even say bye. Don't even look in my eyes. You be wasting your time. I won't let you see shit. How to let you
If it wasn't for vibes, I'd be a piece of shit. Or maybe worse, laid in the dirt. For what it's worth, I see now, still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped in my thoughts.
The sky is the limit, always heard that. Found myself when I learned that.
I see now, still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped to feel
There's a
lost.
war going on outside, no man is safe from. I'm just trying to cook some art without an apron. And if you hear me, just know that I'm endearing. Fucked over so many times in my life and been forsaken. Humble since I was younger, when it can feed my hunger. Blessed to still be healthy, got cancer and family history. Kitty, I fucking miss you, that accident still hits me. Mama, you in my dreams, damn it, I know you with me. The angels took you from me, hated them, I was greedy. Needed when I was nothing, realized that I was sleeping. I never doubt myself, never give myself a reason. Everybody has a purpose, let it live while you keep breathing. And that's the truth that I keep speaking. Don't eat these words as if I'm preaching. This is my life that I am leaking. It's just a bit of what
If
I
it
keep
wasn't
in.
for vibes, I'd be a piece of shit. Or maybe worse, laid in the dirt. For what it's worth, I see now, still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped in my thoughts.
The sky is the limit, always heard that. Found myself when I learned that.
I see now, still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped to feel lost.
I was just trapping for lost. Throw the therapy for years to talk about my mom. At peace for everything that happened, hope you hear the song. I will always love you, that can never change. Now my father's happy with a wedding ring. Call me, you should know that I do love you too. You've been by my side, yes, through and through. Mighty growing up, always been beautiful. If a boy breaks her heart, then I'ma kill the dude. At first I wrote the song without my life attached. Always keep it 100, ain't no going back. Depression is a bitch, used to hold me back. Now I'll keep on fighting cause I owe me that.
If it wasn't for vibes, I'd be a piece of shit. Or maybe worse, laid in the dirt. For what it's worth, I see now, still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped in my thoughts.
The sky is the limit, always heard that. Found myself when I learned that.
I see now, still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped to feel lost.
What's good? What's good? How is everyone doing? Welcome. Actually, it's a very good day out there. Like 60s.
The
nice
weather,
and
yeah, it's
warm.
nice. Really nice.
I had the thermal and the underarm off. That came off real quick. Soon as
Gotta enjoy it while we still have it.
Ain't lying, boy. I peeled that off like an orange or a grape. Oh, man. Welcome to another edition of A Better Man. Again, this is our all-male panel where we dedicate the betterment of men. We do not hate women. We love you, ladies. But you ladies have enough platforms, so this is ours. Shout out to Jazz. Shout out to BR. Y'all do what y'all do. We here. We ain't going nowhere. I am one of your hosts. True, of course, for me is other half of True Vibe TV, The Plug, a.k.a. Mr. Socks, Jeff Shears. How are you today?
I'm good, man. Another day in paradise.
There we go. We got a very, very special guest. I met this man for a reason, man. Sal, how are you today?
Super happy to be
Introduce
here, man.
yourself. Tell everybody who you
So-
are, what you do.
before I get into all I have to say, when I first found out about this podcast, this is true. So, you tell me about the podcast. It's called A Better Man. Now you got to be careful because we don't really know. That can mean a lot of different things if you don't know somebody too well, right? It could end up being one of those crazy fucking things. Now, can I curse or no?
Yeah.
Hold on. Fuck shit. Just to get out the way.
So I was like, I thought about it because you said, would you ever want to come on? Which I jump at any chance I could get. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I need to watch a couple of these first to make sure. Because then before you know it, then an entire movement goes against you, and then your life is ruined. So I was really happy that you opened up the first clip I clicked on, the first episode. You opened up with that, and I was like, oh, good. He's not going to say anything crazy.
We shout the fuck out. It's just like it's like with the little draw, but I ain't rap tight though.
Yeah.
I really ain't rap tight.
Yeah.
You never know anymore, man. But
You
This
don't.
is true.
You do not. You do not. Oh man.
But yeah, at any rate, I'm really excited to be here. My name's Sal Ruiz. I do a million different things. It's why I'm fortunate enough to have this opportunity to come on here. I'm by trade, I'm what's called a behavior analyst, which is typically it's somewhere in the realm of psychology and education. I work at the University of West Florida. I teach courses there. I do research there. I teach a course, or I'm going to be teaching a course in the spring at Hunter College in Midtown East. And I have my own consulting business. I work with folks around the world looking to implement things to, help people that they care about or, clients they seek. So I get to do all those things, and it's exciting. And I'm happy to be here.
Thank
Thank you
you
for
for
man.
coming, showing love. Really appreciate that. We're gonna have some fun. So as you know, we always start out here. We always got to go to the plug. We need to know what is the latest. Do we have some more stipends coming? Homeless people robbing people yet? Like, what's going on in the world? Because we know crime is up. They're not saying anything because they want you to feel safe.
They're not. They aren't. They aren't. They need the numbers to keep moving in. This week, no. I know we're actually going into the weird fourth quarter as we judge it. We go into like January as the fourth quarter for us. But I wasn't at work this week, so I really can't tell them. Thank God it's my birthday and getting the hell out of there and taking some well-deserved time off. Don't overwork yourself, people. That's all I'm going to say in life. That's all I'm going to say. Wish I learned that at 16.
So we have no changes
That's it.
with the evictions, anything like that.
Same status quo. January starts the new mark of everything. I was going to say forbearance, not forbearance. Oh my God, I would turn my brain off. The eviction moratorium will be over for the new state of New Jersey. Apparently, state of New York too. I don't know what that the midterm governor is doing right now. A lot of other places, good red states, are already canceled it. They can technically evict you now if it doesn't have anything to do with COVID. So watch yourself. Be careful with your landlords. They're not really trying to, but last count, like I said, they had over 7,000 pending evictions ready to go. And it's just Bergen County. That's it. Ready to roll. So
Boy, Sheriff's Department's going to get some OT, boy.
Yeah. Good times. And they've been doing the what do you call it? The protesting over there because they had a couple of illegals in the Bergen County jail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've been protesting. A few people there.
Someone went on over there by
Right on
River Street.
River Street. Yep.
Hey, they got some good food there, I remember.
Oh, Lord. I pride myself on being not that much of a statistic to know that much of a statistic. Just a smidge. But yeah,
Oh,
good time.
man. I was just playing.
Good
No, I'm
times.
not playing.
Good times.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, so again, get in contact with your local city hall, especially in the New Jersey area. We have about they only use 5-6% of the
20%.
20% of the
20%.
how much did we get? 200 mil, something like that.
Mil, no. They almost got a
200
couple,
billion?
almost round up to like a bill.
All right,
So for the state to just go through, they haven't
Right.
used that much.
So we've only used
They
20%.
do have new programs, and they are adjusting. I don't want to say. Yeah, adjusting certain
Well, 'cause
programs
a lot of people, like we
so
said
people
before,
can use
right,
it. They're
qualify.
trying to find ways to use it before they have to give it back. They
What's
are
good,
going
Ron?
there. You can go to newjersey.gov and it'll break it down by county.
Okay.
So you can go find it. Every county has one. Everything's there. They're help for all different types of people. Mortgages, renters, whatever you need. They're trying to find a way for the sub-lease renters and the people who don't report their earnings.
Okay.
So, is it technically really being rented if you're not paying taxes on the income? I'll stay out of that. Go see a good tax lawyer. Whatever it is. New Jersey wants their piece first. That's it.
Well, that's the thing. What people have to understand that with them having so much money because it wasn't being able to be used, because of lack of people being able to qualify, fake apartments or whatever situation may be, or the lack that they just wanted you to fuck out their house. They don't care about the money.
That's coming too.
They just wanted you out. They didn't want the year back rent, or they didn't qualify. So something was going to have to happen because the state's not going to lose all that money. So they're going to come up with different programs to try to really get you some guys some help for new housing, closed food. Food banks are open. They're full of food.
Yeah, the food banks are
Swallow
still
your
open.
pride. There is help out there if you owe a little money. Well, this is the season. We didn't hit full winter. When did we hit full winter?
End of December.
I
End of
was about to say
December?
December.
All right, so y'all gotta pay y'all PSE&G bill till the end of December. We know what y'all do. Y'all stop paying because you know you can't get the shit shut off.
There's help for that too. So go
So
apply.
there's help out there. Go ahead.
Wait. Swallow your pride. I can't tell you nothing else to
real
do.
talk,
You got to
real
put your
talk.
information in. You got to come to the table with it. There is help for all situations. Even people who just have PSE&G issues, you can go there and fill, and they'll pay up.
Fact.
To X amount of dollars. But if you owe a couple of grand, they may take off a couple of grand for you.
That's true. They gotta get rid of this money, people.
It's there.
They're not giving it back. They're gonna say they paid over $200 million when it was $5 million, and you're gonna start seeing new vehicles and shit. And y'all people who bought all those vehicles couldn't afford them. Repo man is coming for you. I seen them. They out right now.
Yeah.
They coming for y'all. You know what I mean? Park it at somebody else's house. Get a garage. Pay them.
Good luck. I say good luck.
Oh, they coming for you. All right, so I'm going to go over new cases again.
What
It
you got?
has been, numbers have gone way down.
Good.
And this is, again, I guess the biggest debate with having people vaccinated. Mandatory, not mandatory. We talked about yesterday on Butterfly Show the fact that they're forcing all the New Yorkers to Jersey, which is going to make Jersey even more money. With all this mandated, in order to go to the corner store, you have to give 2 pints of blood. You have to show all kinds of cards, library card, all kinds of cards, identification. So we got all these complexes going up. If not mistaken, Sal, yours is pretty new also. It's not even a year old, is it?
What?
Your complex.
Oh yeah, it's one of the. Yeah, it's not even a year. Maybe just over a year. Yeah, it's one of the newer ones.
And they got the real ones, like you got to wave a wand to unlock your door or something. There's like blood sample, eye retina.
You're not getting in unless someone decides you need to
Yeah.
be there. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. No shame in my game.
It's not happening,
Can't
man.
pass that little hallway thing. Hey, my
You could
badge
think
is
you
working.
could think about it, but you ain't getting it.
Yeah, you ain't getting that
That's
motherfucker. Boy.
it.
Like DNA, microbots, all kinds of shit to get in there.
Amen.
Oh man! But we'll go over real quick just by counties in the Jersey area. So in the Bergen County, we have additional. Now this is as of 22 hours ago, so this is current.
Okay.
So we have in Bergen County 112 new cases. No new deaths. That's a good thing. Middlesex County, we have 90 new cases, 1 death. Essex County, we have 42 new cases and 1 death. Hudson County, we have 61 new cases, 0 deaths. Ocean County, 135 new cases, 1 death. Monmouth County, I always mispronounce
yeah.
that. Monmouth County, we had 134 new cases, 1 death. Passaic County, only 72 cases. They scared to come out. Niggas is getting robbed left and right. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you were Uber or
What's your
a
status?
DoorDash,
What?
nigga, them niggas is throwing the bags
On my
out the
fourth
window.
booster.
Them the only dudes in the hood, right, really be able to go because everybody know they ain't got no cash. So they got 72 new cases, 2 new deaths. Union County, 61 new cases. Camden, 81. See all the real high crime areas? Low, man, I'm telling you. Morris County, 48 new cases. Burlington County, not the coat store. I know y'all, it's winter, y'all trying to get, you know what I mean? We have 92 new cases. Mercer County, 34, 1 death. Atlantic County, 43 new cases, 1 death. As says Summit, 24. Cumberland County, never heard of that before in my life.
Yes, it is.
42 new cases, 1 death.
Essex.
Essex, there you go. 24 new cases, 1 death. Cape May, 17 new cases, and that's small as hell if I ain't mistaken. So that's kind of probably big for them. Warren, 21 new cases, 1 death. Hunterdon, if I'm pronouncing that right. 25 new cases, and Salem County, which I don't know why anybody would ever want to live in. All right, you only have 16 new cases. That's just Salem, just
It's not Salem,
yeah,
Pennsylvania.
I know, but it's just like who
Well,
would
technically
ever
isn't that
want to
bad. I
live-
actually
yeah,
been there.
it's
That's
just
not
like-
that. Not too
I mean,
bad.
it's probably 12 people.
not too bad.
You know what I mean? Like, no one really wants to live there. So again, with the whole, we're not going to get into the discussion about whether vaccines working, not working, as far as what's going on and how other things
Take a
are
shot.
going.
If you need it, take it.
But it's down. So as you all know here, we have when we have a guest, we let our guest bring the topic. But I also have some things I want to discuss. Also, afterwards, I have is this it? 7 streams of income. Your path to be a millionaire, and we'll talk about that afterwards. So Sal, what you got for us today?
Well, I got a lot. I'm interested in that topic too, though. The 7 streets. Even though I don't know if what level of happiness or what level of dollar amount you kind of need to be good.
Sure.
Like I know that there was research that was old that used to put like a dollar amount that would say things like if you make 60,000 a year or 80,000 a year or
Right.
whatever it is, and that number keeps moving. I don't know if I want to be like spaceship rich. Like I don't want to be Jeff Bezos because then everyone hates you, right? So now you're on this like range. But I think I want to be well off enough where if I forget, I leave a $20 bill in my jeans pocket. That's all I want. When you get to that point and you don't think about it, and then you put on those jeans and you're like, oh, I found it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh
Look at that.
wow, yeah.
Then you're good. Then you're good. You're not worried too much. But that I think that's where we need to be. I think we just need to be good enough to get there. We don't have to be so wealthy that everybody decides to turn on you.
I can feel that. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's going. And the more stuff, I was actually checking. I try not to. We were talking about this before you pressed record when we were talking about the social media and
Yep,
how it's
yep.
bad for you. Social media is bad for us as a whole. We need it. We use it. It's bad. One of the things I thought about, and I talked to you about this, Darrell, over text, just be a 6 in life, man. Just be a 6. What do I mean by that? Well, we post stuff, and I appreciate the way that you reported the COVID numbers because it's just factual.
Right.
But all of a sudden, everybody on my Facebook page knows more about infectious disease than the infectious disease experts. Then I have the people, that are political scientists part-time.
Yep.
Part-time. No, formal training 0, but political scientists part-time. They know more about what the inner workings of the government.
Yes.
And then you have the people that on the other side of things that are screaming, oh, we have to tax this person and the wealthy and this and that. All of a sudden you're an economist. And my question is, why can't we just why can't you not know? Like, what's wrong with not knowing? I vote. I have my opinions. I have my opinions on the COVID vaccine. I don't need to share them with everybody. You know why? Because I'm just making my best guess because I don't really know. No one knows.
Smart man. Well said. I agree.
And
I agree.
I think it's come into so many different parts of our lives that people, you're trying to be a 10 in everything. Just be a 6. Don't litter. That's being a 6. Think about it, like the recycling example is my favorite. There's one job I had. They had like this recycling bin. It had 7 different slots with pictures. Now I knew the picture of the apple. I was able to figure that one out in the banana.
Gotcha.
And then there's like a stick figure, and then a piece for this, and then a different one for plastics. Now I get we're trying to save the planet. I can't spend 20 minutes trying to figure out where to put my wrapper. It's just gonna go in the garbage, right? But we can be reasonable. Can't we just be reasonable and just find, okay, we have the blue one means you recycle, the gray one means you don't. We're done. We're done. That's being a 6. And I think if we all took that approach with work, I think we took that approach in life where we don't have to be excellent at everything. We don't have to come up to that, that level of trying to be the best or try to be perfect at absolutely everything. I think you're a happier person. I think you get a better networking community of people.
Yes.
And most importantly, you don't sound like an asshole most of the time.
Well said.
More.
I can't. Well said. Well said. That recycling thing was correct because I got caught up with a bin that had 4 options, and I'm really sitting there looking like, all right, this is a ice cream wrapper. Where do I put
Where
it?
does it go? And now,
And literally, I was mind blown. And after a while, maybe 30, 40 seconds, it's going in this garbage because I'm not going to sit here and waste this time.
truth be told, 20 years ago, we were probably all just throwing it out on the street.
You're not even lying.
And now we've gotten a step better, right? We have the garbage can, but now we've overdone it. We're being too much.
Right.
That's not just being a 6. Just do the right thing. And I think
You're right.
I always think about this. I work with graduate students. I teach them, and I have a great group of graduate students that I get to work with every semester and all that stuff. But when they talk to you about their careers and what they want to do, what they think they're going to do, and I wish this is how life worked. You graduate, you get your piece of paper, and then all of a sudden, all these jobs start opening the door. Here, take some money, and they start throwing money at you as you're running to your car to protect yourself. That's what they think. And I tell them like, hey, listen, just because you got it, now you got to start doing it and learning how to do it, and that's going to take time. But but they don't want to focus on the part of that journey to get there and really learn.
Right.
The school will help you, right? The school will give you the basics, but actually going to do it, now you have to learn that part. And if we could all just take a moment, appreciate that, instead of just looking at this final thing, I think that's the best self-development advice I can ever conceptualize for my own self, at least.
I like it.
Nice.
I like it. How long did it take you to learn that?
Long time. Talk shit because I learned it. But so I was never, growing up as a kid, I always remember this. I was never one, like, I did the bare minimum in school to free up my time to go do whatever else. So whatever was a little bit less than 0, I would try to do that, be on my way, and just keep going. And I always just thought, and I thought the same thing too. I thought like, oh, once you graduate school, the job offers come flying in, the money's good, and all your problems are solved. Instead, you just end up in a relationship with Sally Mae, and you're making the same money you would have made if you'd ever even went to college, right? And so I didn't learn any of that shit. I had to learn that the hard way.
She was my dominatrix for so many years.
I said goodbye to Sally in 2018, and I don't miss her. And also, as an aside, because you
Kept the lights on.
bro, and what I don't get is we've somehow found a way. I don't know how we've done this either. We've somehow found a way. We put people in space. We set up these beautiful COVID relief programs, right?
Yes.
All these things that you were talking about at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
Can we get rid of the fucking loans by now? We've already done everything else. We get rid of the loans. 3 trains an hour. The world would be a better place. But so I sidetracked myself. So I get through school and it didn't work out. I decided I was going to be like a food person. Like I was going to try to learn the restaurant business.
Okay.
But I didn't get it. I got a degree in sociology, which I don't think could be any further away from food than you could possibly, other than sociologists probably eat. I don't know. I never met one. But so I get this degree and then I start doing the food thing. I learned the hard way. I'm not good at that. And unfortunately, a few other people learned even harder than me. That I'm not good at it.
Just poison.
And
Not my calling.
Not my calling. Not my
Try
calling.
this. No.
So then I'm like, gosh, well, what do I do now? And I'm looking for this next thing, and I'm looking to fast track things, and I'm looking to rush, and I want I get like a new job working with kids with developmental disabilities, which
Okay.
I really loved, which paid the same low salary as the cooking job I wasn't good at,
Unfortunately.
but I was better with the kids with developmental
Right.
disabilities. than I
Thank
was
God.
with the-
Thank God.
And then I was just like trying to work as fast as I could to move to the next thing, losing sight of learning what you're learning as you go through it.
Right.
Then I get the job that I considered was like my first like good job, and I was still not. I mean, the salary was what it was. In my head, as a 27-year-old, I thought if you can make $50,000 a year, you've made it. That was my thought. And the only reason I put dollar numbers is because we do a bad job talking to people about money and about salaries and how much you get for things, and that creates misconceptions. So I try to be helpful with that. But I thought I would make it. I got the 50,000, and I got it. I got the job, and I ended up leaving to go pursue more education. So I walked away from a $50,000 a year job,
Right.
and started back at the bottom. Doctoral students at big universities make a very sad amount of money. $1,800 a month after taxes.
Damn.
And that's actually more than some places. I've heard lower numbers, but I
God
can't.
damn.
I can only speak about my experience. Yeah. Imagine you go from 50,000 to 18, and then you're 30.
You're in working poverty in the state of New Jersey. You thinking that? Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then to make matters worse, when you're in those situations, luckily you do get free tuition, like a student athlete would get free tuition and all
Okay.
that. But they make you do these things, like you have these milestones you have to hit, and the first milestone, if you don't get it, they kick you out. So it's possible that you gave up that job that you liked to go pursue this dream,
Oh,
and
man.
you don't pass the thing, and then you're gonna go home,
Right.
right? And how do you explain that? So I go through this thing, and it's a nightmare because nobody's like really helping you. They just want to see what you can do on your own. So now I'm like racking my brain trying to figure it out. And I remember my advisor in school told me, he goes, "This is the only one you're ever going to do. You have to enjoy it." And I was like, not the worst piece of advice. Like kind of enjoy that process, think about it, and learn to grow from there. And when you get that experience, that's a practical piece of experience or something practical you did to advance yourself to be better, right? And that's what I try to bestow to folks that I work with, is I just try to say like, hey, listen, we have to appreciate the process. We have to know when to take a step back. I think there's a lot of noise like in life nowadays. I don't know how
I
you
can
all
agree
feel.
with you. Yeah.
You have very strong, somewhere along the line, we all decided that everyone's opinion counts the same. And that's not true, but I think that creates a lot of noise. And I think that's a problem.
That's a rough thing to say.
But it's the
Everyone's opinion doesn't sound the same. You might get killed in certain areas for that.
But everyone's opinion isn't the same on every subject.
It's not. It's not. It
I
won't
might-
be the same about anything.
I might
Anything.
know about some things, but you know more about some things.
Right.
But if I'm expressing my opinion and I don't know anything about it, well, what am I doing? That doesn't sound great.
Sure doesn't.
Should listen to the person that knows. It ain't me. It's it's like a crazy thing, and I think when you get yourself in this mindset, or I think it's easy to get into a mindset
Right.
where you are surrounded by all these things. Everyone's trying to make things happen. Everyone's, you're getting on a daily basis. We get killed with ads. We get killed with opinions. We get killed with news. We get killed with overload of information. And how do you get clarity in that? And how do you know what to sacrifice? Or how do you know what's worth pursuing for yourself? I think those are all big questions.
That's true. Who,
Definitely a great way to look at it.
who pursues anything for themselves? My first 21 years, you doing this. You doing this. You going to school for this.
Yeah.
And this makes more money than this, so
You're doing that.
staying here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you get lost. But now I think there's pressure from everybody, and just the way things have been going. There's pressure to. It has to be one side or the other. It has to be strongly opinion. You have to sound like you know what you're talking about.
Right.
It's. I think it clouds your judgment, and then trying to be the best and trying to get in this rat race, you lose focus of the moment. And I think once you lose focus of the moment, you're never going to be the best. I just think that's it's one of the learning lessons.
I like that.
That's my rant.
I like that. You hit it on the nose. I can say that different way, but yeah, you definitely.
Right on the nose.
Yeah. And then it hit you with, well, you only got one life to live, so enjoy it. I done blew my fucking first 35 years doing what you told me to do.
I guess I better figure it out, right? Yeah, like there's an Instagram account that I follow because I don't even know why I follow it. There's really no good reason. It's part of that like hustle hard movement or like the hustle culture movement. And I realized, the irony is not lost on me. I follow an Instagram account that talks about hustling, and all they do is post pictures of coffees and computers. But they're really nice looking pictures.
Lighting is perfect.
But the lighting is perfect.
I swear, it's got to be perfect.
It's like you could see the smoke coming off the cup yourself.
That's right. You counted some of the shots. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. But like, hey, listen, like, and that's fine. Like, if you like look at it, but like, how much of that starts playing into what you think you need to be or who you need to be? And to your point earlier, when you said, you have to take time to, take it in and don't overwork yourself to death.
Right.
There's an argument for that too. And there's a whole nother set of, folks that would say that needs to be more important than that hustle mentality.
Right. Right.
Or we see that it works for Gary Vee or Elon or whoever. Well, I'm glad it worked for them, but how do we know what they got going? Like, how do we know that they're happy?
True.
I mean, I'm sure, those are personas, right? Elon Musk is a persona. Gary Vee, I'm sure he doesn't talk to his kids about making Instagram content 14 times.
Oh, no.
14 times a day, right? I mean, he's a Jet fan though, so he's good with me. But, I think those are all personas. But we don't see that part of it, and then that becomes more noise. And I guess the big theme I think about is how much noise do we have, or how much noise do we have to sift through to kind of figure it out for ourselves.
Sometimes you could take that noise comparison and you just like throwing paint at a wall. Whatever sticks to it, that's your portrait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the rest of it was off in there. So whatever sticks to you is not going to look like what sticks to me. And that's why everything blasts us, whether your social media, your friends, definitely your family, whatever your surrounding is, it's going to be just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
And then now, this is what I should look like, or this is what I should do. And it's going to be totally different. And it's maybe 100% different than what you want to do inside.
That's right. And then you're stuck in the situation, and it gets, and I think the COVID, especially the early days of COVID, I think that magnified and sped everything up.
Oh yeah.
10.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't bad that we had to, it was uncomfortable that we had to stay inside for so long, right? Like you couldn't really go out, you couldn't really do things, especially when we didn't know what we were looking at. But what everyone decided to do instead of keep things to themselves is talk about more things. Yeah. And that made things worse. I think everybody in this world has to have a friend right now that they started posting their viewpoints on social media. You're like, what is this? What lunacy is this? I'm done.
You're not lying. You're so not lying. But then again, it goes back to your earlier point. Everybody became some type of professor of something they never went to school for. That's it. Like, so you got your doctorate where? Yeah. I don't know.
Facebook University. That's the fucking problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
It's the OC on the periodic table, right?
Yeah.
Got that down fast.
I watched 2 YouTubes of Fauci, so I'm the new virologist specialist of
There
this
was
part of
actually
New
a
Jersey.
commercial like that. She was like, I can hear the person's kidneys beating. What?
And then then they say that, and then you have to think about it. You're like, am I wrong?
Yeah.
Like what? It's craziness. I think it's coming out, and it doesn't even have to be people It's also celebrities. It's also, people of interest. I mean, I'm not a Net fan, but Kyrie Irving with his dinosaur and flat Earth talk. Like, I'm not saying you can't have your opinion. Just don't tell anybody about it, because that's crazy. Just be a 6. Have your opinion. Don't share it. Don't share us that the dinosaurs never existed. We know the dinosaurs existed. Enough now. Enough.
I think that's the issue with this generation, the younger generation. It's they want everyone to know what they're doing at every turn, and they get mad when someone comments on it.
That
Then
is.
why'd you put it out? I mean to cut you off.
But
Why the hell would you put it out there?
But I'm saying that's the thing with this it's
Am I crazy? Am I crazy?
attention
No, that's
whores.
it.
I
Yeah.
would have to say this generation's attention whores.
That's fine if it's something that you're but I think you're right, and there's limits to it. But when people start posting ridiculous shit, not everybody's thing is valid. The dinosaur thing is not valid. It's just not. We can't entertain it anymore. And shame on him for posting it. And he made everybody that read that a little bit dumber. And we're not doing that great to begin with. But hey, listen, if I want to know about the pros and cons of a triangle offense, maybe I talk to Kyrie. Probably not, but maybe I would. If I want to know about the dinosaurs or what shape the earth is, not the guy. But think whatever you want. Just don't say it. Just
Fair
don't say it.
enough.
It's not that hard. That's the recycling with science. Just be a
So
six.
Butterfly says she loves what you were saying as far as you have your opinion, but don't share it. So
Don't
she
share it.
loves
Yeah,
she
you
loves
don't
the
have
fact
to.
that you put that. And that's definitely a great way to put it out there. Also, I think what every individual has to do, and you brought up also, we have to get to a point within ourselves that we think what we consider rich. Because when I say rich, and everybody knows when it comes to me, I always say rich is when your bills are paid and you got food in the house. That's rich. There's no greater feeling in the world just not to owe anybody anything. It's a wonderful fucking feeling.
Yep.
So I think what individuals have to do, like you said, not about the 100%. Find out what you need to be comfortable with. Like you said, finding a $20 bill is fine. I'm cool with that.
It's all you need. I agree with you on that too. And I think that's the part with the limits and the competition. It doesn't have to be a competition. Right. People make it a competition on different things. And I think that's where the problems come up. Sports are competitions. That's it.
There's a lot of memes out there too. Like there's a photo that they have, and then they go out. They go over the entire wardrobe of the person. And it's $500 this, $300 belt. The person's broke as shit. It's a person over there with the $5 fucking t-shirt is the fucking multimillionaire.
Yep.
So I think, some people, all people to a certain extent, want people to look at them as a certain way. And to some people, the guarding and the flash is the thing to do. From a guy's standpoint, I need this young lady to look at me. I got this, 745, but I'm living in a project, so I'm in my mother's basement. Young ladies, it's BBL heaven, fake this, fake that. I need this guy to pay my rent, and I don't see any self-accountability.
That's right. And that's also a big part. I think that's a huge part of the problem too. And we start once we get those things, and we find out. And I think we've all done this. I've done this before. I bought something that I had no business buying, like it was like a compulsive purchase. It was, I bought that stupid Apple speaker, like the Alexa for Apple.
Oh yes, yeah.
Apple sold 2, I got 1. So I had no reason to buy it. I just wanted it.
Got him. Got one.
Got me. That's it.
Oh, shit.
As a matter of fact, if I ever have to call tech support, I tell the person I'm speaking to that I have an original HomePod because nobody has that. That's my dedication, so I better get top-notch service.
I'm like, what is that? Do we sell that?
But that didn't make me feel good after
Can I
I
get
got
the
it.
serial number, please?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just 1.
Yeah.
The other guy got 2.
0001.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And that was like a wasteful thing, but I did it, and I wish I could get that money back. But anyway, it didn't make me lesson learned, and it didn't make you feel good. But then what I think happens is you do that enough times, and people think you're important, and then the things you start thinking become more listened to, and then they also become something that people aspire to, and then that comes at the sacrifice of your own happiness and your own self.
You hit it on the nose there. What I find and I see, most people see people who have disposable income, preferably a whole bunch of disposable income, as some type of leader, or they place them on a high platform. It doesn't matter. He could be talking about, let's eat our doo-doo. Like, this is great for us. And it doesn't matter. He has a high disposable income. He must be doing something well, where he can just go out and make these crazy purchases,
the right thing to do.
buy these types of cars, do these things, look this way. So I need to follow that path. And that necessarily, it's not the path for you.
right.
Probably for 99% of the other people that's trying to follow that, you know, because you don't
That's
know
right.
what's going on in that. Maybe that person should be a 6. You
And
know?
some of those things you got to be, and I think that's a big part of it. I think we get lost in the now, and we don't remember,
Yes.
you know, things where people got to where they were going. So
Yeah.
one of the ones, like the big ones that always jumps out at me is when people, for example, Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time when Donald Trump was the president, and he had a meeting with Kim and Kanye about the justice system. There's nobody else that's better.
I'm getting out of here. What the hell are you talking?
If they told you that they were going to redo a Scooby-Doo movie and that was the plot in 2021, you would believe that. There's nobody better than Kim and Kanye?
I would say this: her ass got about 5 people out of jail. She just kept bending
sure.
over in front of him. He just kept signing bills.
You're right, but like we can't get. There's not one person on this planet that's more knowledgeable than Kim K and Kanye about criminal justice. Maybe a lawyer.
Nah, yeah. Maybe that person you put in the Supreme Court. That's it. Shoot him an email. Hey,
Literally
man, what do you think
anybody
about
else.
this?
Yeah, literally anybody else.
You know, who can I talk to? Let me know.
And just from the status though of what they built, which I mean, they worked hard to build their, you know, their
Of
that
course.
empire, and I'm not saying they don't deserve
In
it,
their individual fields. But I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
but it's not criminal justice.
Nah.
That's my point.
Why don't we get somebody better at that then, or just let him do whatever he wanted anyway, and just don't even have anybody go to the White House? So just be done. And I think that's the biggest problem. And I think it's like this. I know it sounds like a lot of like diverting the way I'm like thinking about, but it's a snowballing problem. You know, you get this false impression of how things should be. You start losing sight of the things that matter, and you don't know when to be average at something or when to just be that 6. And instead, you end up going down this path that makes you a less happy person, but you don't want to admit it.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, I remember in my own field. So if you all remember, I guess it was 2016, 2017, the Me Too movement in Hollywood. So the industry I work in, years later, had something similar. So a bunch of female, you know, people in the same industry as me were speaking out against these times that they were specifically wrong. And I think we should listen to them, right?
Fair enough.
They're right. What did people do on, you know, when they would share their stories or whatever it is? There would be people posting, well, if you need an ally, I'm here for you. No, you weren't, because you weren't there when the bad shit happened. Liar. That's Facebook climbing and social media. If you ever want to win social media, here's how you do it. You climb the highest peak of Moral Mountain. So you say something, and if you disagree, if anyone disagrees with you, they're a bad person. Like, so I want to help the children. So I need $100 million to redo the schools. Say no. Now you're a bad person.
He's on to something
Shit.
right there. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I
You
dare
can't-
you.
I just climbed Moral Mountain.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Yep. And people do it no matter whatever the issue is. The masks in schools. Like I know
Yes.
people have strong opinions about that. You'll see one person. Well, what about the faculty and staff at the school that are older that get COVID and die? And then the other ones are, what about these poor children with the masks? Well, the children are higher moral. They're higher on Moral Mountain than the teachers, unfortunately, right? Kids are the future, so on. and
You
so
got
forth.
it.
So
You
who's gonna
got
win
it.
every time?
You got it.
The kid. And now you just show a sad kid with a mask on. All right, the whole thing's derailed now. The librarian, she's done. She's done. She ain't coming back. Yeah. Yep.
Go for extra
Moral
credit.
Mountain.
Go for extra credit. Get the Sally Strother kids.
They'll be like, forget it. We canceled. Just start coughing on each other now.
Yeah.
It's done.
Give the librarian a Red Bull.
Yeah.
She'll be It gives her wings.
Oh man.
Oh, shit.
Damn, you spot on.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Head on the head. Damn
Spot
on
on.
the head.
I think it's just like this crazy storm of problems. And you can't even point out anything because you're not, if you do point it out and you're on the wrong side of that mountain, so your peak is a little bit lower than the other person's point, you're wrong.
That's right.
You know? Look at Dave Chappelle. All he's got left is the guy from Netflix. Everyone else left him.
Poor Dave.
Poor Dave. I mean, not really, but
Oh, yeah.
I do think it's messed up. He gets paid to do that work. He did that work, and everyone got a temper tantrum and walked out. That's
That
what
was the
happened.
thing. The person who led it was talking about Asian punch face, chop throat, all kinds of shit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want you leading shit
the irony
talking
is
all
not
this
lost.
racist shit,
Yeah.
but you talking about equality and being accountable. I'm like, y'all should have did some research on that shit.
Yeah, or at least thought twice about it before he said we're going to throw all our eggs in
But
this
like
basket. That was a
everything he
fucking bad
said,
basket.
it made sense.
Well-
Somebody's, like you said, somebody's feelings were hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say go out and harm, hurt, touch.
No, and
anything.
he's a comedian.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Now, if Hitler says it, all right, let's take a step back. If Hitler would have said the same thing Chappelle said, let's take a step back. That's going to incite some hate. But Chappelle's a comedian. His job is to fucking tell jokes. That's what he gets paid to do. Leave that man alone. He's being a 10. And now everyone gets fired up. And then the people that get fired up, they're being led by somebody that's doing worse things with a different group.
Facts.
You're right. You're right.
Facts.
You're right.
So who's wrong here? But you can't say it because everyone will get pissed, right? Because the moral mountain peak is that the LGBTQ community is higher up on the moral mountain peak. So if you say anything against them, they're all going to come out and attack you. And Chappelle was right.
Which was his they proved his point. Unfortunately,
proved his
by going against him, they proved his point.
Yeah.
I was like, oh Lord. I said, you don't even see the irony. What you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how crazy it was. It was like, wait, you're proving him right.
It's just the issue of what, like I always say, we always have conversations. I always say, listen, we can have a discussion, but I'm not going to argue. We have to be able to agree to disagree. I need you to express your point of view. I'll do the same, and we can keep going. There are people out there who just have to be, you have to see it my way. That's it,
Yes.
period.
Yeah.
And if you don't see it my way, then you're wrong. No, like, we were raised different.
Yeah.
We're different individuals. We're from different walks of life. What you like, I don't like, and vice versa. How I have to see shit from your point of view.
That's right. It does it. It's craziness, and the way it's kind of going, I don't know how we get off the path, or I don't know how you as an individual can get off this path without like intentionally wanting to do so. But I think there's a lot of things that can distract you. Ultimately, you could just charge them up as life, or you can make your life what you want it to be, and that option certainly sounds better. But it is hard when you have those types of things go, and everyone has an opinion on it. Everything.
Well, it goes back to your other point. You simply gave the answer right there. What matters?
What matters?
You got to say, okay, I got your opinion, but your opinion doesn't matter.
Yep.
You don't have any skin in this game. You never went to school for the virus. You don't know this.
That's it.
I'm not coming to you when the virus is coming. That's
right.
it. No.
That's right. But they'll tell you like they went somewhere.
Exactly.
That's the craziest part.
If you boil the water right, it's gonna take the skin cell. Like what?
72 Fahrenheit. Anything higher than that would be a problem.
That's right. Yeah, I think the statistic is 49% of the U.S. population has some post-high school training, whether it's vocational school, community college, like an associate's
Right.
degree,
Great way to
bachelor's.
put it. Great way to put it.
49%. Well, 100% of my Facebook feed in 2020 had a lot of things about infectious diseases. Which I don't believe Lincoln Tech covers infectious disease in their HVAC program.
I
So-
graduated from this, so no, they don't.
no, maybe you missed that day. Maybe you missed that day. Maybe you missed that day. You never know.
I almost got kicked out of school because you sent me the auto guy who told me it was only 2 points to climb a ladder. I went to the office. Get this motherfucker out of here. I am so fucking serious.
100%, 49% of the people to 100% of the timeline. I don't know where we get. I don't know where we go with that. I don't know where we go from here. It's
Oh,
it's a sad day.
It is.
It's a sad day with all of it.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
And all you can do is laugh, man.
Yo, real talk.
That's all you can do is laugh.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you are definitely right, and it
Oh,
really
my
looks
God.
like the way that the picture you painted for us is true. So I'm gonna go over this real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Income streams.
So here, this is financial independence. All right, this is from the invest with the ED on it. I can't do it. Sorry. Wallet. It's from them. And again, they have the 7 streams of income for your path to become a millionaire. Now, when you were saying your topic, I said, well, maybe this might be another way of doing the 60, 40, or 70. So here they have 65% of the millionaires made their incomes from 3 streams of income.
Okay.
65%. 45% of millionaires made their income through 4 streams of income. 29% made 5 or more streams of income. Now, it goes again to what Sal was saying. You don't have to be great at everything. You don't, in order to be successful. And at the end of the day, you might like to argue numbers and stuff, but the numbers are the numbers. Which is why I fuck with Shapiro. That dude's funny as shit to me. I'm sorry. He kills them slowly with numbers all day. And they get so frustrated at him. He's sitting there all calm and cool. All right, so here's all the 7 streams of income. All right, the first stream is earned income. Obviously, your salary. All right. Next up is business income. Companies like eBay, Amazon has made it, I guess, a great business to stay home. There are a lot of companies out here that make too much of a product. So let's just say, for instance, this straw.
Mm-hmm.
They only needed 10 million, but they made 50 million. You want to buy it? Put yourself together about $10,000, buy them all up, and then you can sell them for a penny a piece. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed. I've noticed plastic straws are gone.
Right.
You have a lot of places now that are giving you paper straws. I hand that shit back. It don't feel right to me. I'm sorry.
We haven't gotten one extra turtle from this change either,
Thank
by the
you.
way. I thought
Thank
we
you.
would, but we have yet to get one extra turtle.
Thank you.
Same.
I'm sorry. It makes absolutely, but again, companies like eBay, Amazon, where you have a lot of independent buyers or owners selling their own product, but they're selling it through these individual companies.
Right.
You also have companies like DoorDash, what we talked about a few seconds ago. I think there's DoorDash, Papermates, Uber Eats, and then there's like 2 more I forgot, but they're not really, that are also popular. So you have that. All right. So investment income. Now this is around the lines of you, Jeff, your banker background, as far as savings and making sure you know how to put your money in the right account, not just any account, the right account.
It's going to give you the biggest return.
Right, the biggest return, especially when it comes to these students. And I explain to parents, when your child hits a certain age, the fact that they're still in high school, they'll get a great return on their money. Now, I'm not telling you to do it, but they accept direct deposits, and I don't think they care where the direct deposits come from. Just saying. If you want to direct deposit your money into your child's, instead of putting the fucking cable bill in their name, if you really want to help your fucking child out, I'm saying.
Oh Lord.
But it's taking advantage of proper IRAs and
Right.
anything with the proper return that'll get you more than you normally would. Proper investments. All right, dividend income. Again, we're talking about stocks. Now, Sal brought it home. Now everybody is a stockbroker because of Robinhood, the greatest fucking shit that anybody has ever
So much
did.
diversity in things people
Yes,
are great at.
nigga. You got guys that are
Top
fucking
5 stocks that'll make you rich for the month of May.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Damn.
Now, for those guys who missed out on the Dodge, I know y'all mad as shit. You sold it. You bought something on eBay, Amazon, and caused yourself a couple of $1,000. Just saying. Just saying.
That was Elon's fault.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it.
That was Elon's fault.
But again, if you looking to do stuff like I'm in the process of shorting a company
Okay.
for the long haul.
Right.
It'll pay off in the long haul. And understand that you don't put this in and take it out 2 days later and then wonder. It goes up and down.
Of course.
And also understanding that Bitcoin, and if you don't have an algorithm that can trade for you when your ass is asleep, because Bitcoin trades 24 hours. The understanding of it.
You got to tell me.
Yeah.
I just lost some goddamn money. Sitting there sleeping. 4 a.m.
Nigga woke up, well, I'm about to go cash out. What the fuck happened?
4-hour difference.
Oh, we're not doing steak and eggs today, boo boo.
No.
We
No.
going back to Farina.
When I get paid next week, we'll work it out through this first stream.
Oh man, my favorite number 5 is rental income.
Okay.
Now we always talk about, especially here,
Investment properties.
ownership, especially in property, especially in the right states.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people say, New Jersey, because you get that domain shit where they can just run through anything through there, whatever. Owning property is a plus. It's a plus. I recently bumped into a millionaire who's working. Yes, I said it. He's working because he doesn't want to be home.
Don't be surprised. There are a lot of wealthy people working in the state, especially in the state of New Jersey and in New York City. There are a lot of wealthy people working like 9 to 5.
He does not want to be home. I said, why?
Yeah.
He said his wife kept giving him too many motherfucking chores. Dad and the motherfucker went back to work. Now, this is a man
At that point, it's cheaper to keep it.
It is. Yeah.
and this is a man who
Sitting there
owns,
doing the math.
he owns property. He owns land.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he was big into the car wash, and he watches us, so give a shout out. His son is coming because his life is investment. So that's someone you would want to talk to. His son is coming up here soon. But he sold his business, but he sold the business, not the land.
Right. All right. The land, yeah.
He still owns the fucking land
Yeah.
that the business
Yeah.
he just sold on. So, again, to me, that's especially like if you're in like Pennsylvania or whatever, where $2 will get you about 5,000 acres. So, you never know what'll happen. Like I always like to tell a story. Like my uncle, God rest his soul, was offered to purchase Atlantic City before it was Atlantic City. But him being the pastor and tight ass that he was, passed on it. He talked about that shit on a regular basis. All right, again, capital gain. Again, falls into stocks, bonds, investments. It falls on in there, loans. It's all in that same category. All right, so last but not least is royalties and licensing income.
That's really big.
So, now, when people tune into this network, you hear music. You know why we play that music? Because True Vibe TV owns it. We own it. The music you hear played here, we own it.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. I'm saying when we go about royalties and licensing, anything like that. Now, was anything missed there? Anything you guys can add, or?
Anything is better than the big banks. So if you're going to put your money somewhere,
no.
stay. Bank of America is a scam. Wells Fargo is a scam.
Thank you.
Literally, you could do anything else with it. You'll be better off because they pay about the same interest rate, which is 0. Spending
you.
it would be better off. So
You went straight for the neck. You see this one?
It's the truth, though.
it's the truth.
Get out of Oh, no, you're not wrong.
truth.
You are not wrong. At
The
any
best
point.
thing Bank of America did was hiring Latin managers.
What?
Hiring Latin managers. If you go to Patterson right now, and I'm not even fucking lying.
Oh, no,
There's
they-
always a line
But they
out
hire.
that fucking door because a lot of motherfuckers don't speak English.
No, but they hire for the demographic of the area.
No. Them, they went heavy all Latin. Now you have other
Yeah.
banks that may have one or two. Man, when I say they barely speak English in this motherfucker, and this is Bank of America. I'm sorry. Go to downtown Patterson. Go to Bank of America if you think I'm fucking joking. The line is out the fucking door. It was the greatest shit they could have ever did. If
We
you
don't
wanna
bash
go to the
women,
market,
but we're bigots.
if you start Main Street
No.
and you start in Patterson, then you go straight down.
Yeah.
You go to Patterson, then you go to Passaic, then you go to what is it? Wallington or whatever it is. Every
Wallington?
faction at Wallington, every faction of that, you have Latin,
Well, that's
you
because
have a big
that's
Jewish
because
community,
yeah.
Arabic community, and they can survive in those communities just speaking those languages.
Yeah. But that's the demographic of that area, unfortunately.
She
Well,
said
unfortunately,
Creole.
I don't know. You know,
So
I'll be
I agree
canceled
with you.
next
They
week.
the
You and Chappelle.
biggest juggernauts in the world doing crazy nonsense like that.
Yeah. Look, you have to do some type of research. I'm going to say it like this. If you're not going to continue higher education, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's only learning through going to higher education. It's not for everybody. Everybody's
That show is coming up. Sorry,
he said
Jay.
oh my God, why did I just draw a blank? Sal just gave you a whole nice setup of be a six. How everything isn't for everybody. Nobody knows everything. Or
Thank
when
you.
you go to study, you're studying one thing. You're not learning everything else in there. You know what I mean? So but there's no way to play everything. I always say this to my clients. We have different places to win in the race. You have first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then usually nobody counts after fifth. Come somewhere 3 and up. Maybe 3 to 5. That means you did your best. I was never the A++. I don't even got to read the book. I'm good. No. You know what I mean? B, C, cool. I'm smart. I'll never sit here and say I'm stupid. I'm not smart to anybody or dumber to anybody, whatever it is. I get it. But we all have to take time to research, and I don't just mean a Google search.
That's the last thing you should do.
Yes.
Very last thing. That's where we're at.
Don't
in this
just mean
world. Very
that,
last thing
because you
should
know that's
do.
the first thing they'll do.
Yeah.
Well, you know I hit Google on the first page. And
Yeah. Never the second. That's too far. Too far.
Wikipedia is the law.
yeah. You know, about in anything that you need to do. You can be a carpenter and be a millionaire. The craziest things. He works for a university. The university is always hiring these people to do these service staff. I know you got a maintenance crew. You probably got an on team, but they probably hire somebody off team to fix the sprinklers or something like that.
Yeah.
And they can come in and charge. Well, you need this done. Well, it's going to cost you whatever it is if you're the best in the business. The landscapers out here make millions. When I worked in that little town in
Say it
Haworth,
again. Say it
that guy's a multi-millionaire
Millionaire.
just doing landscaping. He didn't even finish high school.
He knew how to
Irish
count
guy
the-
who came over here, never finished high school,
Yep.
and is a multi-millionaire.
Yep.
Just
I believe
trading over the stuff. You know what I mean? So there's many. Fortunately, in America, there's many ways to make it.
It's about the last good part left.
Yeah. They may call you whatever the hell they're gonna call you, but after a while they're gonna pay you for something.
Yeah.
So invest this stuff. Have your money work for you. You can easily get that once you start making. If you have a measly 10 grand sitting around waiting for something to buy a house or something, then invest that. Let the interest build on that. Put it in something else. Maybe go seek another property. Rental property is there. Or people will buy the lot. It's the land that's more valuable, especially when you buy in certain areas.
Everybody need parking.
That's right.
You have to just take your time and think about these things. And this is one thing that I hate. Maybe I don't even think. No, I wasn't taught this in college either. Nobody ever taught me that in college. Imagine if you had this class in high school, or somebody just said, taught you this is how credit works. This is how this works.
It'd be amazing. Yeah. You literally just trial by fire. That's how you learned about all that. You get a credit card and you run it up and you can't pay it. That's how you figure out what credit scores are.
That was freshman year, baby. Yeah, swipe.
Like,
We gotta pay this back.
sticking scissors in an outlet is not cool. You know?
Yo,
That's how you learn about credit. You know?
multiple streams. It's great, and it's sad that we're taught only one way. You go there, you go get the biggest job, go find that 6-figure job when you get out of school. Hopefully, you didn't go to a private school because you're gonna owe over 6 figures.
Thank you.
back.
Thank
know,
you.
Huh?
coming out making 45, it will not equate that. You
And
know?
we got that show coming up. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
I want to compare trade schools to colleges. That's what we're gonna do.
It's going.
We're gonna do that probably in another week or so. I'm researching that.
Wikipedia, right? I hope.
Google page
Google.
2.
Yeah, it should be. That's a deep search.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh man. Anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here?
No, just thanks for having me on. I
Oh
appreciate
man,
it.
thanks for coming, dude.
I
Had a
appreciate it.
blast.
Is there anything again you want people to know about you? All of your information, where they can find you, if they're looking for specific things, let us know.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
What is it, man? You want?
Oh,
you want to know?
you want to put anything up where people can find you?
Where they can find you?
Oh,
at?
Oh
Sure.
no, that's what he was like. Absolutely.
Find me since we're talking about it. Since we're talking about how good social media is, and none of us are quitting. At Ruiz_ABA on Instagram. If you could give that a follow, if you're looking for any of that kind of stuff. On Facebook at RuizABA, RuizABA, and then RuizABA.com.
Cool.
And if you feel like you want to learn something new, University of West Florida is a great place to go do that. Take my classes.
Oh
When
man.
your class roster increases.
There you go,
You be
right?
sitting there like, yeah.
I got one extra. Yes.
Oh, pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Doors always open. Anything else? We do different things. You have any events, let us know. We are portable. We like to do a lot of things in the community. Last words, Jeff?
Be a 6. I'm taking from him.
Facts.
six.
Be a 6.
Facts. All right, y'all go out there. Enjoy the rest of this day, man. Peace.